Sunday lunch, my mom announced, "Your brother lost his job, so you'll be covering his bills." My dad added, "Family helps family." I calmly said, "Great, then he can move into your house." Because my brother Wesley had never held a job for more than 8 months. He'd get hired, coast for a while, then either quit because he was bored or get fired for showing up late. He was 34 years old and had been through more jobs than I could count. My parents always had an excuse for him. The boss was unfair. The hours were too demanding. The work wasn't a good fit. I was the opposite. I started working at 16, paid my own way through college, and built a career in finance. By 31, I was making 6 figures. Nobody in my family knew how much I made. I kept that private on purpose. Every Sunday, I drove 40 minutes to my parents' house for lunch. Wesley rarely showed up. When he did, he'd eat quickly and leave before the dishes needed washing. This particular Sunday started normal. My mother made roast chicken. My father complained about the neighbors. Wesley wasn't there. Then my mother cleared her throat. "We need to discuss something as a family. Wesley lost his job again. The company downsized and let him go." I nodded slowly. "That's too bad. What's his plan?" My mother exchanged a look with my father. "His rent is $1,800 a month. His car payment is $450, plus utilities and insurance. He can't afford any of it without income." I waited. I knew where this was going. My father leaned forward. "We think you should cover his expenses until he gets back on his feet. You have a good job. You can afford it. You want me to pay Wesley's bills?" My mother nodded. "Just temporarily. Maybe 6 months. A year at most." "A year? You want me to pay over $30,000 so Wesley doesn't have to find a new job quickly? He needs time to find the right opportunity. We don't want him settling for something beneath him. He's been fired from a warehouse, 2 restaurants, a call center, and a car wash. What exactly is beneath him?" My father's face hardened. "Don't be cruel. He's your brother. Family helps family." I looked at both of them. My mother, who never came to my college graduation because Wesley had a cold that day. My father, who borrowed $5,000 from me 3 years ago and never paid it back. "Where is Wesley right now?" My mother shifted uncomfortably. "He's at home. Too embarrassed to come today. Too embarrassed to ask for money himself, but not too embarrassed to send you. That's not fair. None of this is fair. I've worked since I was 16. I paid for my own education. I've never asked any of you for a dollar." My father slammed his hand on the table. "You're being selfish. You have money and he doesn't. It's simple." I took a breath. "Fine. Let's talk about money. 3 years ago, Dad, you borrowed $5,000 for car repairs. You said you'd pay me back in 6 months. I never saw a dollar." My father's jaw tightened. 2 years ago, Mom asked me to help with property taxes. I sent $3,200. No one ever mentioned it again. My mother looked away. 5 years ago, Wesley needed first and last month's rent. I gave him $3,600. He told you both that his friend helped him out. That's not true," my mother said weakly. "Call him and ask. I have the bank transfer on my phone." The room went silent. I stood up slowly. "I've given this family over $12,000 in the last 5 years. Not once did anyone say thank you. And now you want me to add another $30,000 because Wesley can't hold a job?" My mother started crying. "You're tearing this family apart." "No, I'm done being the ATM. You want Wesley's bills covered? Great. Then he can move into your house, because I'm selling mine." Both of them stared at me. "I'm selling my house. I got a job offer in Seattle, 3 times my current salary. I was going to turn it down because I felt guilty leaving, but I don't feel guilty anymore." My mother stood up. "You can't just leave. What about Sunday lunches? Wesley never shows up. You spend the whole time criticizing my life. Dad falls asleep on the couch. This isn't family time. It's an obligation." I grabbed my purse. "I'm moving in 6 weeks. I'm done funding Wesley's failures and pretending it's love." I walked out before either of them could respond. My phone exploded within the hour. Wesley texted calling me selfish. My mother left voicemails crying about how I'd humiliated them. My father sent a message saying I wasn't welcome back until I apologized. I didn't respond to any of it. I sold my house in 4 weeks, made a $40,000 profit. I moved to Seattle and started my new job. I have an apartment with a view of the water and no one asking me for money. 3 months later, my mother called. Her voice was different, softer. "Wesley moved in with us. He still doesn't have a job. Your father and I are struggling to cover everything. I understand now why you said no." I listened without interrupting. "I'm sorry we put that on you. I'm sorry we never said thank you. I'm sorry we treated you like a bank account instead of a daughter." I let the silence hang for a moment. "Thank you for saying that, but I'm not coming back, and I'm not sending money." "I know. I'm not asking. I just wanted you to know that I see it now." We talked for another 10 minutes. It was the most honest conversation we'd had in years. I don't know if my family will ever change, but I changed. I stopped waiting for them to value me and started valuing myself. Some people spend their whole lives paying for love that should be free. I finally stopped making payments.